Yeah, you gotta angle this right. Angle this off. Yeah. Here, Mr. Goodnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're listening to Pittsburgh's #1 digital station. Ladies and gentlemen, One Live Radio on mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
Computers.
Yeah, give me a go ahead so I know when we actually.
Yeah, I mean, we're live, but I'm waiting on another drop to just.
Okay. Live in the building. It's February.
Day before the Super Bowl.
That's right. Super Bowl is going down. Who do you think's gonna win that?
I think Kansas City.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You heard what happened to Andy last night, though, right? He got in a car accident.
What?
You didn't hear about him?
No.
He got in a major accident. He had 2 drinks, he said, at the place with the family. The 5-year-old's hurt pretty bad. That's his granddaughter.
Wow.
Yeah. They flew out. Supposedly, he's flown out, but he's really keeping an eye on what's going on.
Didn't close enough for that.
That's what we heard this morning.
You do it if you're not
You
using
know how to
it.
record, right?
You told me to hit the red button.
You see the numbers. Good.
Okay, we're gonna try this one more time.
Pittsburgh's #1 digital station. Ladies and gentlemen, One Live Radio on mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
It's on fire!
You are now listening to DJ Goodnight on One Live Radio. mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
One Live Radio, DJ Goodnight, broadcasting live from 1160 Hotchkiss Street. One Live Multi-Purpose Center. You can listen to us at www.oneliveradio.com. Sitting down with my man, Chris Choze.
Yeah, that's right.
Welcome, man. Welcome,
It's a
man.
pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me, man. It's good to be here for real, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah, definitely. So, pretty much what we had really discussed earlier is that you've been working in Asia.
That's correct.
Korea and China?
Also, I was over in Japan, but most of the time it was in China and Seoul, South Korea. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what were you doing?
Man, to be honest, different things in both countries. You know what I mean? So we can, dive in a little bit about this one, dive in a little bit about that one. But man, as far as when I was in Seoul, that place, when it comes to music and like artistry and stuff like that, man, it's on a whole nother level. I've never seen a country so open and so supportive of something like that. Man, like the government is like behind it over there. They kind of like sponsor that. So it was crazy, man. It's a crazy feeling.
Matter of fact, the one thing I want to ask you, because I know you're a b-boy.
Yeah.
So Olympics, what do you think about it?
As far as, like it was supposed to be held over there?
No, I'm saying that breakdancing is now an
Olympic
sport.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of happy for it, but at the same time, I feel like it should have been a long time ago. I feel like they were trying to get it there. Yeah. And then now they just finally did, man. So that's
because I mean, you would see hints of it in gymnastics sometimes.
Yeah.
But I was actually happy about that. I'm just curious to see how it's going to be used. Like, I mean, is it going to be hip hop music, breakbeats, or like
I would think, and they'll probably use like some kind of point system as well. I would think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that maybe because I know Red Bull has pretty much the biggest b-boy competition in the world, so it might be able to transition into something like that. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know exactly how they're gonna, like put it all together and execute it, but I think it's gonna be big, man.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I think it's gonna be big, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it makes a lot of the b-boys out there feel proud.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even though they never stopped doing what they was doing anyway, but now it's really like, all right, now it's officially part of the Olympics. So, they go crazy. They train all year round for that, believe me.
Yeah, no doubt. So, South Korea, Seoul.
Yeah.
Now, I had told you I was that I was 88. I was there.
Yeah.
I probably had just turned 18 because I got there in December. I turned 18 in November, like late November. Okay. And not only did they send me before Christmas, they sent me on my mom's birthday. So it was crazy though, because like I wasn't expected originally to go until mid-January. Okay. But somebody with a higher rank than me wanted to stay for Christmas. Yeah. So I got bumped. So I had to go before Christmas. Now, my job title was basically in processing. When you come in to a station, where to get assigned to your bunk, what duty station you might not be staying in Seoul, going someplace up north. Yeah. So the dude that was supposed to come 2 days before Christmas comes in, and he ends up getting sent to the DMZ. Yeah. I was like, karma. I mean, I couldn't do it. Wasn't anything I did. No control. It was, but more than likely, if I would have been coming at that time, that's where I would have got sent. And being that you've been to Korea, Seoul compared to the DMZ is like New York and Fort Leavenworth.
Big difference, man. Like, look, to be honest, like, I saw a lot of, like, soldiers and people that were in the military or, whatnot, like, over there, They would, when they get that off time or, like, that party time, there was, I mean, you'll know, but, like, Itaewon.
Yeah, I know Itaewon.
You would see them all over there. They'd be suited up. They'd be rolling through. Yeah. You know what I mean? Out there having a good time. So, I was seeing them, I was like, man, there's a lot of people over here, So, it's funny because, I always wanted to go, like to Korea. Like even when I was young, like I studied Taekwondo, which is a Korean, martial arts form. And, I always wanted to go, but at that time I was younger, so I couldn't travel by myself. I couldn't do that. Yeah. And as far as as far as the b-boying and the dancing, that's huge over there. Yeah. I mean they took what the b-boys were doing and they just elevated with it very fast, very quickly. They did that. So there was a time where all the good b-boys were coming from Seoul, or not Seoul, but just like South Korea in general, like Daegu or wherever it may be. So I always wanted to go, man. Then when I finally like went over there, I was like, man, I was meeting b-boys that I saw on videos from over there. That I could never be like in touch with them because we're in different countries. Yeah. And then so that was crazy for me, man. And like as far as the music over there, they just piece these acts together, man. They piece these acts together. Like, for example, like, because they have their own thing over there, like that whole like K-pop thing over there. So, some people like it, some people don't. But it's cool for me. I like it. What I mean? And some of the artists, cool. I've met some of these dudes, But what they do is, man, some of these girl groups, they just like audition them, man, and they just throw them together. Like, all right, they're holding an audition for whatever the case may be. All right, numbers 1 through 20, step up. Yeah. And it'll be 20 girls on the stage, like performing. They got microphones, they got to hit their dance moves, do whatever they do, and boom, that's done. It's like, all right, number 21 through 40 come up. What I mean? And like through 100, then they just pick them, like, all right, number 7, number 19, they just put them together, throw them together as like a girl group. Next thing you know, boom, put some money behind them. They're out there, and it's another girl group, and they're just doing that like clockwork.
It's a system.
It is. They got a system and a formula. Yeah, they got it, man. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean that's NSYNC and what's the other group that was at the time? NSYNC. I forget. But I mean, they're
Backstreet Boys.
yeah, Backstreet Boys. You know, yeah, because they were all put together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing that over there.
So, musically over there, were you performing your music?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was doing a lot of. I was trying to do a lot of original music because that's what I'm. That's what I know because that's how we are here.
Yeah.
Over there, they're actually more different. You know, they do a lot of covers over there.
Yeah.
And like this is one of the things I found out. You know, when I first arrived in China.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll touch back on Korea. But like when I was in China, I didn't really know how the music scene was. You know, and you know, I didn't have that many fans there at that time.
Yeah.
But we looked at it as an opportunity because China's such a big country, so many people over there. It was a chance to be able to build and to try. You know, so you know that's one of the things. You know, as an artist, you know, you're trying to work hard. You want to be successful. You want to be financially stable and build something. But you don't only want to be known in your city or in your state or, you know, eventually in your country. That's why these, you know, people are doing world tours like in Europe and Asia because you eventually want to get there, you know. So I kind of just took a road to see if I could, you know what I mean, make it happen. And I had a few connections over there, was talking with people and, you know, people was liking what I was doing. So I went for it. But when I got over there and, you know, like when I first arrived there, you know, they went to a few different major cities like Beijing, Shenzhen, Shanghai, stuff like that. And I got to see like, you know, some of the, just some of the culture, some of the places, the way they eat, the food. And then when some people took me to some clubs to see what it was like, you know, and it's just crazy, man. It's like some Vegas type stuff. It ain't like nothing like here. Yeah, like when I walked in, they're like, you know, there's people playing with fire and like people hanging from the ceilings and doing ropes and like loops and stuff like that. I was like
circus
okay, yeah, exactly. It was like a circus, and I was like, all right, I see what's going on. Next thing I know, all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, and then like some performers come out. I'm like, there's a bunch of like guys dancing and doing go-go and girls like groups dancing. I was like, all right, okay. And then I was, you know, waited a little bit longer. We're chilling, just hanging like in VIP or whatever. Next thing I know, somebody starts singing. I'm like, where's this coming from? And he comes from like out of the corner, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so this it's like this down here.
Yeah, it's like a 360 degrees of entertainment.
Exactly. But what I noticed was all the people were doing covers. Like they were singing other people's songs, the covers and this and that.
Yeah,
and then,
like covers of American music?
Yeah, mainly like whoever was like popular. You know, like The Weeknd, like I'll hear somebody doing The Weeknd or, you know, just whatever was new and kind of current, but, you know, was mainstream artists, like, you know. And then I was like, all right, so, you know, then, you know, I was setting up for different meetings and stuff like that. People were introducing me to like different club managers and whatnot. And I'm thinking like, all right, yeah. They're like, yeah, you know, we looked over some of your stuff, or we like your style, or your press kit, or whatever the case may be. And then, but they were, you know, I was like, you know, I hope they don't want me to sing other people's songs, you know. Before, like, I don't want to do that. You know, I want to do no covers. Yeah, I want to perform my own. Don't get me wrong, like, you know, because we all, you know, like other people's music and sing songs and stuff like this. But that ain't my thing. That ain't what I don't want to be a cover artist. I want to be me.
No doubt.
As an original artist, you know. Yeah, so it took some time because some of the places were like, I don't know if you want to do that, and you know, because they feel like if they don't know you over there, at least they know these songs. So people, it's different. Like if you kind of do your original song, they might not know you, so they're kind of like, whatever. But then, you know, slowly but surely, like, you know, started working out, and I did this big show down there for this festival. It was like it was at this club called Vix. It was in the center of Beijing. It was like an inside and outside like venue. And it was a big show, and when they promote over there, man, they end 100%.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Like I went down for sound check, and when I walked in, they had like a life size like billboard cutout or whatever, like of me. I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's like that. You know what I mean? It was like 7 foot, something like that. I was like, okay. And then there was, when I walked in the club, there was just posters everywhere, like of me and that event. And I was like, man, in the bathroom everywhere. You know, so I was like, okay, they do it like
so they go ham.
They do, man. And then, you know, like after that, it was just like, you know, one thing after another, and then just kept moving. And I was traveling a lot, man.
Yeah.
There, you know, like going to other cities to do shows and like. And,
Yeah, like promoting your music. And
yeah, and
like,
they got all kind of like agents and brokers over there. You know what I mean? So it's like I was connected with this person, then I was connected with this person, and I was connected with this person, and then in the way they have it over there, even though like you're an artist and you're doing what you're doing, it kind of has that New York, like that LA vibe of where like it's like auditioning kind of. Like
Yeah.
They're looking for something specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like, oh, we want somebody urban for this music festival that's coming up. We want
Yeah.
somebody who looks like this or looks like this or got a sound like this. So they're
Yeah.
like, you know, let me see him, send over all this stuff, and we'll review it and then get back to you. You know, so I was going through that all the time. I was like, man, it's real over here. Man.
okay.
Yeah, they're about it. I didn't know it was going to be
Now,
like,
did you make the contact so that you could possibly book other artists over there?
I mean,
Or you would know how to?
in a way, but it would go through that process. Like if I said, you know, I knew somebody, you know, who was, you know, because they were bringing artists over there,
Yeah.
you know, but obviously like bigger mainstream artists they were bringing over there, but you know, they would just have to see you or want that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if I said I had somebody that they didn't know, they would want to look at all the stuff. They would
They want to see their
that
music
people,
and
and they would do all that, yeah. But I do have some connections over there, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, because I just know that recently I ran across a young pop artist. And I mean, I haven't ran across that. I've been doing this for 20 some years in the city, and I haven't ran across anybody as talented as her.
Okay.
You know,
so
so-
she's from here?
Yeah, she's from like New Kent area. She
Okay.
graduated from Valley High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she'll have to go through a lot of. I mean, depending on where you know, trying to get her, she'll have to go through some stuff to get there. Like,
Yeah.
for example, like if you know you try to get her in China, she's gonna have to get obviously a passport, but she's gonna have to get like a visa. Like she's gonna need like, you know, like Korea, you don't need that if you're a United States citizen. But to go into China, you're gonna need like a visa that'll go in the passport. That'll allow her over there. Like it's a lot more strict over there. So you'll just have to go through some things to get there. But but it can be done. You know what I mean?
Where are you now? Okay.
For example, I was there, man. So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, because like I said, it was 88 for me, and Itaewon was my spot. You know, because like I said, I was stationed right there in Seoul, so like that was the first town right outside of the base. And now, like I said, I had just turned 18, and I had been partying through high school probably since the age of 14, like drinking my ass off.
Man, they don't stop over there.
Yeah, I know.
They do not stop.
So it was perfect for me. I get to keep partying because you know in the States, you know after a certain age, I wouldn't be able to get to party or go out any place to go drinking at. Over there, I could go to the club and party till 7 o'clock in the morning if I wanted to.
And the crazy thing over there was, depending on where you live, you know, you're either walking distance or you're not, because, you know, over there you go out, you got to stay out.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, like their whole like metro system shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
So the people over there, they come out at like 10, 11 o'clock and they're just out until 6 in the morning.
Yeah, until it starts running again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do, man. I would see people camped out like along like the metro thing at like 5 in the morning, just like
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's nuts over there. And that place doesn't sleep, and that place is designed for fun.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen this. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm not sure exactly how it was at the time you was there,
Yeah.
but when I was there, you know, I mean, they had like, not like video games, but you know, like all kind of things like that outside. You know, where you can like throw like dart games of balloons and like, you know, like them punching bag things you can punch. You know, they had all that stuff just outside. So when you're just like walking or going out on a date or something, you just
There's always something to do.
yeah. They had those machines where you know, the thing reached down, grabbed the stuffed animal.
Oh, okay,
you know,
yeah.
All that stuff was on the street. So I don't know if it was back. You know, when
No,
you go,
no.
it might not have been like that.
No,
But
I mean
now-
honestly, it was crazy because like you could tell they had tried to clean it up for the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the first time, like when I first got there, you know, before you process it into your duty station, they stick you in a hotel in the city. You know, so we were there with somebody had been there before, an older guy. You know,
Okay.
he's like, so come on, I'll show you guys around. So we're walking around, and we're walking down little alleyways and stuff, and there's a lot of windows with what I thought were mannequins in it. And I'm like, what's with the girls in the windows?
Okay, you talking about? I know what you're talking about.
And I was like, he was like, that's window shopping, you know?
That's
He's
what
like,
he called it?
yes, he's like, that's window shopping. You can go and pick her, and I'm like, wow.
Yo, it's crazy that you said that because when I was over there, like on my first trip over there,
Uh-huh.
like, you know, we did like a little bit of like work in the afternoon or whatever, and it was chilling, and my boy was like, you know, for nighttime, let's go out, just relax a little bit.
Yeah.
So we were hanging out, we was in Itaewon.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, my man was like there was a dude over there I knew from like Virginia. He was like out there for a few years, and like, you know, along with a couple Korean guys. And then he was like, oh man, he was like, we're in Hooker Alley. And I was like, what? He was like,
Yo, that's what they called it. That's what they called the one street
Yeah,
in
that's
Itaewon.
what
Yeah,
I'm
where
talking about.
all the clubs are.
Yeah. And he was like, we're in Hooker Island. And I was like, what you talking about, man? I was like,
That's
what you
crazy that 30 years later it's still called that.
mean? So I was like, what you mean? And he was like, I was like, I don't see no hookers. He's like, I'm telling you. He's like, you see all these buildings right here? And he's like, you see them black? They look like limo tent. Like
Yeah.
the door, it was like glass, but it was like black.
Yeah.
So they can see out, but you can't see in. He's like, I'm telling you, he's like, go up to them doors, and he's like, knock, and watch
Yeah.
what happens. And I was like, nah, I ain't believe him. So I was like, I started to look, and I was gonna attempt to do it.
Yeah.
And before I did, they opened the
The
door.
door,
There was
yeah.
like 3 girls standing there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's not lying.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Ajima, Agashi. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Now,
it was
see,
like that all the way up.
yeah, all the way, like from the top of the hill all the way
Yeah.
down. See,
Oh,
now
man.
when I was over there, the girls stood outside
Okay.
and
Yeah, it was different.
they domesticated themselves. Like they dyed their hair
Oh yeah.
like so blonde, or you know, they tried to look like Madonna at the time. Because like I said, it was '88, you know. So it was like that all the way down the hill, and then inside the club, girls would work there, and they would choose guys for drinks. Meanwhile, they're drinking Kool-Aid, and her and the girl and the bartender are splitting the money.
Yeah, they
you know?
need to, yeah, don't get you. Don't
Yeah,
get you.
yeah.
Don't get you.
Like I said, I worked in the in-processing station, so you know, I would see guys come in, and you know, coming off of leave, a lot of times you have a couple checks backed up for you, so you get a nice chunk of change.
You feeling good?
Yeah, so I would see these guys, and they would go down and meet girls, and then all of a sudden it'd be a week later, and they'd be broke. like they couldn't get, you know, they'd have to eat on post and couldn't go any place and stuff. And then also when the out processing, when I see people leaving, I see people that I in process leaving when they were leaving, and they'd be leaving with a girlfriend, her mom, her grandma, sisters, like the whole family's coming with them. And they're talking about, yeah, we got married, and I'm like, yeah, it was rough, you know?
Good
Yeah.
times, man. It was good times.
Yeah.
I'm sure you had, you know.
Now, the other thing I wanted to ask you about
Yeah.
is the currency exchange.
Okay.
Now, when I was over there, the currency exchange was 800 won to the dollar.
Oh, yeah. I think it's definitely probably up now.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is, but I mean, like, I probably made $1,300 a month American,
US.
and I lived like a king.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the same way.
yeah.
Same way.
Yeah.
It's even more like in China.
Yeah.
Like that man, you take $100,
Yeah.
it's like a couple thousand there.
Yeah.
You're just living like a king over there.
Yeah.
But it's set up to where you can live like a king,
Mhm.
or you know what I mean, like, or things can be cheap or they can be expensive.
Yeah.
They got everything, man.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got, they
Yeah.
got all the top of the line, like Balenciaga stores and Givenchy or whatever, anything you could think. They have everything top notch over there.
Yeah.
So you can splurge or you can, keep it low.
Yeah,
low
yeah.
key, so it depends what kind of person you are, how you want to set up, how you want to live. So, but the US dollar is definitely higher.
Yeah.
And a place that was really, really high too was in Thailand. Like a little bit before I came back to the States, I visited Thailand.
Yeah.
that place is insane.
Yeah, my daughter actually, her and her girlfriend went to Thailand for like 13 days because her girlfriend's in the military. So,
Okay, yeah.
you know, they were able to fly.
It became
you know.
like a vacation spot over
Yeah.
there. So, yeah, you can do anything over there, man.
Yeah.
But they don't care.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Because when I was over there, we used to be able to hop on the plane as long as I could put my dress greens on.
Okay.
I could get on a plane and fly any place for free.
Oh.
So we went to Thailand, we went to the Philippines, we went to Guam.
Okay.
You know, we fly over to Japan.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing is that there was a lot of layovers. You know, because you know it's a military flight.
So
Yeah,
you can't,
I didn't care. You know.
Take that level.
Yeah. How was your flight over there?
It felt like the worst, to be honest, man. Like I wasn't used to it. It was the first time.
Yeah.
And you got to figure it's like, all right, get on the plane. You're like, all right, yeah, we're good. Watch a movie. 2 hours later, that's over. You're like, all right. Eat some food. They serve you some food. You're like, all right. Listen to some music. I'm like, all right. After like an hour, your ears start to hurt. You know, from keeping the earbuds or whatever. And you're like, let me take these out. You look at the time and you're like, that's only 5 hours.
Yeah.
And you're like, I got another 10 to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, man. Then you go to sleep for a little bit. Somebody wakes you up in like an hour because turbulence, or they offer you some more food or something.
Yeah.
You stand up. I would stand up, walk around for a little bit, sit back down. I'm like, 7 hours. I'm like, man, I got another 6 to go.
Yeah.
Oh man. And it got to the point I started to get fidgety, man. Like I couldn't take it. I was like, we're almost there, man. And then, you know, I paid for internet or whatever. I was like, something else. I was running out of stuff to do, man. I was reading a book. I started writing. I was writing some music on there, man. To be honest, there's I mean, we can talk on that later, but there's a new song actually that I recently released, and it's funny because I wrote that song
on the plane.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it was just like because you don't have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's either you sleep, read, watch movies. You know what I mean? Or there's only selective things you can do.
So people, like I said, I had going there. I had took a military plane, so we went from Pittsburgh to Chicago to St. Louis to Cali to Washington State to Alaska, Alaska to Japan, Japan to Korea.
I thought mine coming back was bad. That was worse.
Yeah.
That was worse. Yeah. I flew from I came from Beijing to Shanghai, Shanghai to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Las Vegas, Las Vegas to LA, and then LA to Pittsburgh. Oh, man, yeah. And just layover, man.
How was your
like 2 days ago.
How'd you deal with the time difference? Because I know it took me about 3 months to adjust to the time difference. Because like I'd be up all night, you know. Because
to me, I feel like it didn't even bother me that much. To be
really?
honest. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I know some people it does, but for me, it seemed like it didn't really bother me too much. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I guess I'm kind of blessed with that. Like, I kind of moved straight through that transition. It wasn't really a big deal, for as far as that. But, even when I came back now, it was kind of like,
still then.
It just, for me, it was like this. But it felt weird for me when I got there, because when I got there, I couldn't speak any of the languages. You know what I mean? So I was just like, the language barrier, and some people can speak English and some people can't.
Yeah.
And depending on what you're doing, usually there's somebody there who can help you translate or whatever the case may be. But that was a slight obstacle. But I mean, it was cool. I got through it. But and then when I finally got back, because I ain't been back in the States for years, man.
Yeah.
I've been gone for at least a good 4 years. So.
Really? So what? Like 2016, 2017?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. 2016. I think was when I went over there. Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah, man, I haven't been back since. And I've just been in China, Korea, Japan, Thailand. There was a few other places that I visited. Yeah. But those were where I spent most of my time. You know what I mean? And then over there, if you're familiar with the what is that, KBS?
Yeah.
Yeah, the television stuff over there in Seoul and Korea. So I performed on there before. and I was doing a lot of outside performances over there, man.
Okay.
Like festivals and like they just have this in like Hongdae, you know, like Hongdae University. You don't know that? Okay. It's like they're a popular university over there, but it's like a performing arts university.
Oh, okay.
And like all those people over there like dance, sing, play the guitar, like do something.
Yeah.
And they just go out and they perform like on the weekends. And I mean it's like thousands of people out there. You know what I mean? And like the police are supportive of it, you know, like they stop and watch, and like people travel from other cities that come there to perform because there's people that get like discovered there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like and there's groups that go out there and dance, perform, and sing, and they slowly build like a fan base.
Yeah.
You know,
like from scratch.
Yeah, and because they're always out there every weekend, people start to know them and they like what they do, and they slowly start to build up. And they'll be out there with like you know, like signs and banners and stuff like that, like with their name on it, their social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They, you know, they got camera people, like everything. They set up their phones with like tripods, and I was like, man, like that's the most I've ever seen a place where it's like you can create yourself there.
Yeah,
you
like
can build yourself there.
like
that.
there's an infrastructure for
exactly.
entertainment.
That's the perfect word for it. Yeah, and I mean, I can't remember even really seeing a place in the States doing it like they were doing it there.
Yeah.
This was in Seoul.
I mean, I would imagine New York's probably the closest place to it.
I mean,
you know,
but
the
it
guys,
wasn't like that. It wasn't like
you
that.
know, guys selling CDs, making money selling their CDs in Times Square. But not to the point where they're set up with their social media and backdrops
exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know just, you know, New Orleans or I mean, a lot of places, you know, people, you know, they get teams, they get people sell CDs out the trunk of the car. Like, you know, they're trying to make it work. They're grinding, you know. So don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the, you know, the people that, you know, hustle and got that grind and that mentality, because people do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way that they had it, like you said, with that infrastructure and I feel like they were just on another level with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, and more support.
They are more supportive over there.
Yeah.
They are more supportive over there. You know, like here, like, all right, it's like you might get the support from your neighborhood, from people that you're cool with. At first, like, they'll be behind you. And then, you know, it's kind of like, but other people, you know how it is, man. They don't want to help you here. They want to, it's like, I hate to use this metaphor, but like crabs in a bucket, is like they want to pull you down. You know, they don't want to see until they think that you're going to be on or the next big thing. Then they're just like, hey, what's up, man? You know what I mean? But it's like, and everybody's competition, like, you know, trying to beat the next person. That's one thing I can say about Atlanta. It really wasn't like that. You know, Atlanta was like, everybody was supporting everybody. It's just like, and that's kind of how you had to be. And that's how they are over there.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of artists from Pittsburgh that live in Atlanta.
Yeah, now a lot of them moved over there.
Yeah, because I mean, to the point where they go down there and there's so many of, like, they can have an all Pittsburgh event.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That, I mean, that city for some reason is just like that. You know, Atlanta is this.
Yeah, and honestly, that's what happened. That's how the South, within hip hop, that's how the South was able to overtake the rest of the industry, because, you know, New York artists were beefing and fighting, trying to kill each other. East Coast, West Coast beefing. Down South, they're like, hey, I'm gonna do a song with you. You do a song with me, and then we do it. All of our fans will be fans of each other, and then we'll have enough of a fan base that we don't even have to go up north.
Nope.
You know?
Exactly right, and that's how it was in Seoul. Like, I would see people over there, and they would be like performing, and they have like they do it like this. The more notoriety you have, or people know that, oh, you come down there, you have seniority. So like, all right, like let's say you're new or I'm new, you can go set up at like 2:00 in the afternoon. And you can be there until 6. But when this group is coming, you know, then you gotta pack up and go. You know what I mean? And like they'll set their thing up, and it'll see like, okay, you know, one live at 9:00. You're like, all right, well, that, you know, we can be here until then. You know? And then, but you would see people out there like that. They perform for like 20 minutes, a half hour. Then they would take a break, and they would have some other people that they know come in. Oh yeah, come over, and like they would come in and perform like a couple songs or whatever, and then like get out. And then it would be back on them. You know what I mean? That was like their break, their breathing time. But they were just
like
so supportive.
an opening act.
And not even sometimes like that, just like spreading love. Like,
Yeah.
let's say we live in Seoul, but you're like from like Daegu or something.
Yeah.
So you would come on the weekend because you know
Okay.
this is where it's happening. So we'd be out there doing our thing. Then you and your crew show up. We'd be like, oh, okay, you're here. Give us like 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll do a couple more numbers or whatever. Take a break and then bring you on. Let you come in and let you and your crew shine and do your thing for 10 or 15 minutes and then stab out. You know what I mean? It's just like it was like that over there, man.
That's
so it's-
dope.
And I mean, and people just gather over there to watch, man. I'm telling you, it's literally like concerts. It's insane. I've never seen anything like that, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
That's wild. Like I said, when I was over there, it was '88, and the thing that I got to enjoy was, you know, being that I was in the military, there's people from all over the country.
Yeah, you're right.
And, you know, everybody got music sent to them from every place.
Yeah.
And then once it got there, somehow it would end up downtown in stores, and then the stores would dub and make cassette tapes, and you could go get anybody from, you know, Public Enemy to BDP to Rakim, and
These are classics.
you know, and the whole cassette tapes, like you could get whatever you wanted over there. I mean, I'm sure they were bootleg, but I mean, at the time, you know, that's the only thing we had to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, it's so different now, you know, compared to back then. But but I know you're right, man. You know, and they're just something else over there, man. Like you don't really know until you go there.
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
Because when we got that, you know, you was over there.
The other thing I tell people that who never travel internationally, it makes a difference on how you treat people. Because if you're in a country where you look around and everybody pretty much looks the same, you know, not necessarily the same as far as their features, but you know, everybody pretty much has black hair, brown eyes, you know, and you stand out because, you know, you don't look like them. So at any given point, like if you want to pop off and do some stupid stuff, wrong. Because I mean, I've seen drunk military go over there and be in town and pop off and do something, and the next thing you know, you never saw them again. Yeah. You know?
Oh yeah, they're definitely strict over there. Like they don't play. Like, like if you foreign in their country, you gotta watch what you do, man. I mean, you know, you ever been to Japan? Okay. Where at? Was you?
Osaka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was only there for like when we traveled there, like we stopped there to go to Korea, and then once on a weekend.
Okay. I know a lot of people in the military over in Okinawa. Yeah. So, but yeah, I was in Tokyo.
Okay.
And man, that place, it kind of got that soul vibe. It's non-stop party district, red light, everything. And like they got a very, very famous record store over there. It's called Tower Records.
Okay.
And it's like 6 floors. So anybody that goes there that's like into music or hip hop or a DJ or whatever it is, goes there. You know what I mean? So obviously like I went there, and what they do is when like if there's a new artist who's coming out or being signed or promoting a single, whatever the case may be, they'll do like a meet and greet in there or something like that.
Okay.
So, and like I said, it's like 6 floors, so they have like a small stage in there, and like the actual they'll perform it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and then they'll do like a Q&A session. You can take some pictures, sign some autographs, whatever it is. And you know, so I was there for that, man. But that's actually in Tokyo in a place called Shibuya.
Okay.
And that's kind of like, you know, like Itaewon or something like that. You know what I mean? For Japan. And it's actually funny because a lot of movies that you see, they have like this famous like Shibuya crosswalk. And in parts of movies where they use Tokyo, they usually show that spot.
Part,
so so that Tower Records is like in that spot, you know what I mean? And it's like dope, crazy time, and I had a blast over there. I gotta be honest, man. Like when the first time I landed there, the first place I went to in Asia was actually Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. So before I got to China, before I got to Korea, I was in Japan. That was the first place I went to. I went to Tokyo, and I always wanted to go there, man. Like the same with Korea. Like I just always wanted to go.
Yeah.
You know, I was in the ninjas and samurai when I was young, so I always that stuff always intrigued me.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that when I flew over to Japan, man, when the plane touched down, it brought tears to my eyes, and that's literally, you know, it brought tears to my eyes.
Did it equal what you imagined it to be, or surpass it?
I think I would say both.
Both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I went there, I didn't want to leave, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I came back, all I was thinking about when I came back is how can I get
back there?
Yeah, I did not want to come back, man.
Yeah.
I came back, and when I came back, I was just like, every day I was thinking like, how can I
Go
get
back
back
there.
How can I get back there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was just people it was so embracing, man. Like I was taking all kind of pictures, you know, with people and fans outside, and like it's just they're so respectful and so polite over there.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, it made me when I come back here, I was like, man, like why are people like this? Like,
Did you?
Know what I mean?
Do you remember the hip hop movie The Show?
The Show. Yeah, was it Russell Simmons?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So in the show, Wu-Tang's in there, and they're in Japan.
Okay.
And they're at a concert, like they're having a concert over there.
Yeah.
So they actually stop and talk to the audience and get the entire audience to sit and drink tea with them for an intermission.
That's a big thing over there. You know, like amongst people, like when you sit down and it's like tea time or something. Yeah. That's a big thing over there. You know?
Yeah, so like their whole like audience, there's probably like 15, 20,000 people.
Yeah.
You could not even imagine trying to do something like that at a hip hop show in the States. They'd be like, what? No, you know. But yeah, like a totally different culture. And that's what I'm saying. Living internationally changes your outlook on the world and people in general.
Yeah.
And, you know, it makes you more open and accepting to other cultures.
Yeah, I think people should, if they can get the chance to do it, they should, man. It's eye-opening. And not saying that it got to be Asia. Anywhere, I mean, whether it's Hungary, Russia, I mean, anywhere, you know, just see different lifestyles and cultures, and you know what I mean? It makes you more intelligent and wise, stuff like that.
Honestly, when I came back stateside, I wanted to re-enlist and go to Europe, you know, but the place I was stationed when I came back stateside was in Alabama. And I got there as an E4, and I just kept getting in more trouble and more trouble. And they're like, well, if you want to go to Europe, you have to stay at this duty station another year. And I'm like, nah, I'll just get out there, because I know if I stay down here, like I said, I went from an E4 to an E2, you know, in a matter of a year down there. And so I know, I'm like, I needed to get out of there. I wanted to go back to Europe. I wanted to go to. I was partying, like, you know, I was partying in Korea. And I really couldn't do that. No,
you can't do that.
You know, you can't. And otherwise, also too, I wasn't 21 yet. So
over there, their age is lower.
Yeah. Like I said, I was 18 and I could go wherever I wanted to.
And over there, you can drink outside like that. That ain't no problem.
But I mean, I came back stateside, and you know, I wanted to party like I was partying over there, but I couldn't, and I kept getting in trouble for underage drinking and stupid stuff. But you know, I'm like, let me just get out, because otherwise I would have been under the army jail someplace.
Yeah, that ain't good. That ain't the place you want to be.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in Tokyo for my first Halloween in Asia. And I mean, I now, you know, I've been in LA before for Halloween, Pittsburgh, I've been in Seoul, I've been in Tokyo. I've even been in China and Shanghai, you know, all different Halloweens.
Yeah.
No place matches the Tokyo, Japan Halloween. Not even close.
Really?
Not even close, man. That place, I said, man, I can't even put it into words, man.
I mean, what is it like Montreal-esque, or?
I mean, there was just so many people there. And I mean, everybody was going above and beyond, like
their costumes.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then you know, with the whole red light district there, it just don't.
It's something that you can only experience. It's hard. You can't even.
Yeah, to the point I was like, all right, you know, I thought that when I went to Seoul, that, you know, it would, you know, maybe it would be like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, it was dope, it was cool there.
Yeah.
You know, but it was no match for the Tokyo one. It just wasn't. You know what I mean? And then the same in China. I was like, I wonder what this is going to be like. And I mean, don't get it was hype. It was crazy. There were people
Yeah.
everywhere. But it's like all right, like for instance, when I was in China, and you know, where did I perform at? I performed in one of them places for Halloween, but it might not have been China. But I remember I went out, and like in China it was like they were too cool to dress up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like only 50% of the people would dress up in
Yeah.
Halloween costumes. Over there, they would come out in normal clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, we don't dress up. They had their suit pants on and their shirt and
Yeah.
hair done perfect, and they were just like, oh, we don't dress up. No,
Yeah.
we don't do that. I was just like, what? But like in Japan, like everybody was dressed up. It was
Yeah.
just like 110%. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was like, man, yeah, that's the craziest one, man.
Right, no doubt.
For sure.
No doubt, that's dope.
It was.
Well, why don't we play some music?
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. So this is called Beijing.
Yeah, man. It's a new single I just released. It's actually called The Jing. But just to simplify, because some people might not catch on to what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's actually titled The Jing. But you know, yeah.
But when
it's
you
for
say this
Beijing,
Jing, you
yeah.
mean Beijing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because really, what that means, like Bei means north. You know, like Bei means north, and Jing means capital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just for the for the capital, you know what I mean? I made
Yeah.
that song for Beijing and for China, and this song was actually like on TV over there, and like I performed for a few different big functions for like that had to do with like the government and just like
Yeah.
the whole like it was a big thing over there. So
Right.
we got a music video for it. It's dope, and it's actually featuring a rap artist over there. It's a girl. Her name is Mila. They call her Mila Baby, and she's kind of like the Nicki Minaj of China.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's for real, man. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Beijing.
Yeah.
Choze. One Live Radio DJ. Good night. Let's go.
Beijing, Beijing, the city's number one. Bottles popping, bottles rocking, China life is fun. Traditional and suitable truly has become my favorite place on earth. Worth speaking with my tongue. Beijing, Beijing, the streets are fully flooded. People everywhere slanging dialect is murder. Food, drinking, getting to your snooze. Looking for the news, call me Sherlock Choze with the clue. I can tell you everything you wanna know. Where the beef and tea, man is standing tall. Pouring close to the ball. Cause the ball when I hit the stage. Rocking Gucci frames, colorblind, I don't discriminate. See gray and 50 shades.
北京是我的名字，谁都早就在 follow。放到米兰，北京让我留下，让我奔走。Now red green yellow oil radio take it further. Whatever for the real all heroes是三色的流。我是天津名字叫北京，1号北京在北京，也能上领袖性比例，唱那个奥林匹克名手 bring a rocket， 听见 dance say you a rock， 听到米兰群众来北京。
Beijing, Beijing, the city's number one. Bottles popping, bottles walking, China life is fun. Traditional and suitable, it truly has become my favorite place on earth. Worth speaking with my tongue. Beijing, Beijing, the city's number one. Bottles popping, bottles walking, China life is fun. Traditional and suitable, it truly has become my favorite place on earth. Worth speaking with my tongue.
Hey bro，带上你的歌曲，海淀和福州是酒吧的世界，运动装点毛的我皮鞋，后开车过来的风，来自4个圆弧头，穿个 skirt，beauty shirt，美女我可以塞你腿儿。Amazing 北京 you can really be smiling， 唱遍3岁小孩浪费声音，破冰我接受 all that's and then 雨天上的冰，好你手柄可以微信 I'm a winning what's my name，call me Mila。
I'm forbidden like the city. Watch me boxes, call me Diddy. Think I'm pretty witty. Eating balls and screaming Hello Kitty. In the north with the source, I can put you right on course. Sing the chorus from the suburbs to the roof, don't feel the force. To my fans in the gym, it's a coastal China thing. Rock and blink, watch the divas when they rock the town. Ladies pick with the pen, better be thin. Pulling and put the shit quite 10. I'm a legend in the distant world where I'm Jackie 10. Beijing, Beijing, the city's number one. Bottles popping, bottles walking, China life is fun. Traditional and suitable, it truly has become my favorite place on earth. Worth speaking with my tongue. Beijing, Beijing, the city's number one. Bottles popping, bottles rocking, China life is fun. Traditional and suitable, it truly has become my favorite place on earth. Worth speaking with my tongue. Beijing, Beijing, the city's number one. Bottles popping, bottles rocking, China life is fun. Traditional and suitable, it truly has become my favorite place on earth. Worth speaking with my tongue. Beijing, Beijing, the city's number one. Bottles popping, bottles in China, life is fun. Traditional and super born truly has become my favorite place on earth. Worth speaking with my tongue.
One Hour Radio DJ Goodnight Beijing. Choze. Featuring
Beijing.
Mila Baby. One Hour Radio.
Beijing. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, that's dope.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually got a bilingual type thing going on.
Yeah.
Because she's rapping in English and Chinese, and I'm actually doing the same thing. So,
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, so are you dropping a project, or is there anything you dropped recently, or you gonna be, or you just like still in the writing process? Because like I said, I know you just got stateside and haven't been over here for a minute, so I'm not sure if you are going to be working on new stuff or promoting stuff from over there, over here.
Well, it's a mix of both. Like for that song, the Jing that we just listened to, that actually just got released. So I mean, people can find that, anywhere like Spotify, iTunes, Amazon.
So all streaming services.
Okay. That just got released. What was it? What's today?
Today's the 6th. It's Bob Marley's birthday.
Okay, yeah, man, I forgot. That's the dude right there, man. Yeah. Wait, actually, I think, that all that stuff, it just got released last week. So
okay,
yeah, so it's definitely there. So right now I am, I'm in the process of writing, but slowly, just kind of like, no rush. Debating on if I'm going to do another album or just release like some singles. You know what I mean, for like streaming or whatever the case may be. I do have a few other collaborations with different people because I did a song with a rapper in Japan actually, and he's getting kind of big over there. Like he's on TV over there. We did a song called I don't know if I should give it. I'll wait.
Okay.
But anyway, I got a single with a guy over there, a rapper from Japan. I got the song you just heard with this girl Mila. We actually had another song, but I think that song's gonna go on her album.
Yeah.
Then there's a song I got a collaboration with some guy from Spain. He's like more like a Spanish type reggae.
Yeah.
Did like reggaeton type.
Okay.
Yeah. So that song is bananas too, man.
Right.
Gotta be honest, that song is that's fire. And then I actually got a song with these girls from Korea. It's one of them like K-pop
groups, yeah.
And it's like 10 girls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're called Dream Note.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did a song with them. We was over there like promoting or whatever, but I don't know when the release date for that is.
Yeah.
Like, but it's crazy, man, because that song was actually getting me. Recording that song with them girls actually got me into some stuff, man. Like I was. I was kind of seeing some girl at the time.
Oh yeah, I could imagine. You gotta be like, babe, I'm going to the studio.
Yeah, that turned into
with these 10 girls.
Yeah, I tried to be nice, man. I tried to be open. I let her know what I was doing. I was like, yeah. She's like, yo, what's up? What you doing right now? I was like, oh, I'm actually doing promotion with these girls right now. I'm about to do this. She's like, oh yeah, really? And I was like, yeah. So I sent her a little video. Like, and I should have never did that. And she was like, oh, which one are you sleeping with? I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? She's like, I know you're sleeping with one of them. I'm like, man, it's all business, man. I was like, they're cool. And don't get me wrong, they are all cute. They were all attractive. Don't get me wrong.
I could imagine because if they're put together, so they're like, okay, they're not going to pick the ugly girls.
They did not.
They did not.
And I was trying to tell the girls, I was like, man, you don't understand how heavily guarded these girls are. Like, she couldn't see it.
Yeah.
They had all kind of management and security around them and with us.
Yeah.
Like, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. Like, it was strictly business. But the girl, she wasn't hearing it, man. She wasn't hearing it. She was mad about that. And I was just like,
actually, it's crazy too, because like, I worked in Whammo and like 106.7 in like 98, 99.
Okay.
And they used to have like the summer jam type of event, Juneteenth, over at the Icy Light Amphitheater in Station Square.
Man, I remember.
Yeah, so the one year, Destiny's Child comes. Happens to be the same year that I'm working there.
All right.
So my one boy gets Kelly some water because it gets hot backstage and shit. And so she almost fell out. Gets her some water. They go do their performance and they come off afterwards. And he's asking them. He's like, "Well, what are you guys doing later? We got the after party for Juneteenth. You guys want to come?" And they're like, "Well, we'll have to ask my dad." And because they're young.
How old were they?
The Destiny's Child, when they first came out, they were like 15, 16.
So that's how you was there, and that's how old they was?
Yeah.
realized
But I mean, we didn't know. Because, when you look at them as a group, they look like some grown-ass women, but nope. 15, 16, 17. They're like, so they couldn't even get in the club,
I mean, they got, but when you're a celebrity though, you got that power, you got that star power, you got that.
But
wiggle room, you know what I mean?
This wasn't like, this was the four of them. This was before they got to be, the three that Destiny's Child is right now with Michelle, with Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. This is when they had the original, the four of them.
Yeah.
So they hadn't really hit yet.
I feel like somebody could have got them in there. I feel like
they probably could have got in, but like if their dad was their manager, if their dad would have came and said, "Okay, well they're going to perform here tonight, yeah, come on in."
Yeah,
but like just walking up off the street, they're not going to be recognized. They're not going to be recognized at that point as like, "Oh, that's Beyonce." No, it was Beyonce, but Beyonce who? Like, who's that?
I almost don't even remember back that far when there were four of them, man.
Yeah. That's the original group and shit, Well,
I'll be flying, man.
I definitely want to let you know I appreciate you coming through.
Oh no, thank you. Thanks for having me, man.
I want to link you up with some people because we'll talk about it off. Because some of the stuff that you're doing and some of the stuff that one of my boys is doing could probably link with Europe, because like he's working with a DJ in Europe, and y'all put some music together.
Europe is where it's at a little bit, man. Like they got a whole different style out there.
Oh yeah,
they do.
Yeah, but I mean they have the big festivals and stuff too and shit too.
Can't go wrong.
But you want to give any shout outs? You want to give your social media people, your website?
Man, people, Choze Music is basically everything, CHOZE music is kind of everything, my Facebook, my Twitter, Instagram, and even in my overseas sites, which, like Weibo and stuff that people wouldn't even know, it's the same, Choze Music is everything. So, man, people can follow me, support me, I would love it, man, I'd appreciate it, it's got that love and that passion, man, so,
Right. No doubt.
I appreciate it.
No doubt. Again, this is DJ Goodnight, it's DJ Goodnight Show.
You're listening to Pittsburgh's #1 digital station. Ladies and gentlemen, One Live Radio on mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
It's on fire.
You are now listening to DJ Goodnight on One Live Radio.
mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.